saying, oh, I don't think it'll be around. Those same people are now coming out saying, we've been buying Bitcoin for a while now. Hey guys, welcome back to Clockwise Crypto. Hope you guys are moving forward in everything that you do. You've heard us talk time and time again about paying attention to what they do and not what they say. Gonna dive back into some articles and some recent news of big players who've been buying Bitcoin despite what the publicity has been given regarding the asset. So let's dive in here. Taking a look at this article, came out in January of 2021. Harvard, Yale, and Brown endowments, which large sums of money. So if you guys don't understand, there's a lot of colleges in the United States in particular that have these funds, and they have to do something with the money. They use those funds to invest, sometimes on behalf of the professors. It could be like a retirement plan or a pension fund. These are major funds, and Harvard, Yale, and Brown endowments, so some of the largest and most prestigious schools in the United States, have been buying Bitcoin for at least a year, according to sources. So this is I kind of wanted to start here to kind of go through this and understand, like, it's been happening, right? And we talk about do your own research, and what I like to say is there comes a point in time where you have to think for yourself. You have to think for yourself, and you have to gather all the data and make a decision. And sometimes that means getting outside of the matrix, right? And not thinking how we've been trained to think, not thinking about, go to school, get a good job so you can retire when you're 65. Sometimes it requires you to think a little bit broader and understand the opportunity in front of you. So looking here, some of the largest university endowment funds in the US have been quietly buying cryptocurrency for the past year. And this is back in 2021 or so, through accounts held at Coinbase and other exchanges. According to two sources familiar with the situation, they're saying Harvard, Yale, Brown, and the University of Michigan, as well as several other colleges, have been buying crypto directly on exchanges. Several Ivy League endowments took an interest in blockchain technology via crypto-focused venture capital funds back in 2018. Okay, so just remember that when we talk about crypto, right? We talk about, all that news was saying, oh, don't touch it, don't buy it, it won't last. You got the largest institutions in the United States, and quite frankly, Harvard, Yale, they're some of the largest, most prestigious in the world, okay, buying Bitcoin. This article came back in 2021. They say they've been buying it for a year. That means roughly since 2018 they started buying crypto. Okay, just to preface that. Now, most recently, Stanford University's Bliff Fund invests 7% of their portfolio in Bitcoin. Okay, so Stanford University had announced that it allocated a significant 7% of portfolio to Bitcoin investments. Now, it doesn't say if it's spot or through an ETF, but this fund was established back in 1978 as tribute to the renowned banker Charles Bliff. Operates under management of Stanford students. This Stanford-run investment club oversees a substantial portion of Stanford University's endowment, engaging in a diversified investment approach that includes stocks, bonds, and now Bitcoin. There we go. There we go, guys. So here the pitch and pretty much the why behind that is, right here they were saying the Bliff funds are separately managed funds, a part of an expandable fund pool, and they thought the ETF was a wonderful opportunity for Bliff to buy Bitcoin, right? So they're not necessarily they're not doing self custody, but they're buying through an ETF, okay? And this goes to show you that pretty much all the FUD that was happening for the past 6 years has been all smoke and mirrors. The same people that are you're gonna see this come out. The same people that were telling you don't buy Bitcoin, right? Those same people that were pretty much talking crazy about Bitcoin, saying don't buy, saying, oh, I don't think it'll be around. Those same people are now coming out saying we've been buying Bitcoin for a while now. Go figure, right? So institutional interest in Bitcoin, it's here. We know it, the cat's out the bag. We know it's here, and we know Bitcoin is here to stay. So I just want to encourage everyone, there is still opportunity. Do not think you're late. Do not think that, you know, oh, I didn't get in back in when it was 3,000. I should have. There's still opportunity, right? And this isn't financial advice, but, you know, we're telling everyone we know to buy something. Buy something, right? Bitcoin is here to stay. Taking a look here at where Bitcoin is right now, right? Phil agrees 89, right? So we know we're on edge when we talk about buying. We want to buy on pullbacks. You know, if you guys been following this channel for the you know, well over a year now, for a while now, you know that we are very bullish long term, and everything we do is a long-term approach. We're not saying in and out. We're not trading. We do technicals, right? So we're going to show you this chart, Bitcoin technicals. We do technicals, but it's all a long-term you know, point of view, right? And it's really a state of mind, a long-term state of mind. So looking here, this pullback on the daily time frame with Bitcoin is pulling back significantly and hasn't really erupted past that all-time high. Definitely reached the all-time high, reached 70,000 on some exchanges, and you know, it's continuing to really just be a catalyst of this movement, right? And I call it the greatest transfer of wealth we've ever seen. I'm gonna continue to say that because that's what I really believe. Like, I've seen it happen already. I've seen it happen in 2 bull runs. Lives change forever. Our lives change forever. And I truly think that this is without institutional money. So with institutional money now I'm really saying this is the greatest transfer of wealth we'll ever see, right? There's not going to be, I don't necessarily know if there's going to be another time where people will have the opportunity to get in and change their lives forever. Generational opportunities here. So taking a look at Bitcoin, we do have, if we go in the weekly time frame, we do have that divergence we were talking about there, right? I still see that divergence, right? So I still am iffy. Of course, the institutional funds are just the fundamentals, which I call the institutional news, and the fundamentals that are just happening, like the buying, the amount of funds that are coming, the amount of capital that's coming into the markets is insane. So sometimes technicals do not line up when you have things that are pretty much out of anyone's control happening that is bullish, right? And so looking here, this is our charts. We did clear that level 52 easily, like we talked about, made a new high, and pretty much there's no other level of resistance. There's no level of resistance anymore. So there's nothing really we're going to be following this along and seeing where resistance is. So the first stop was, the last resistance was the all-time high that broke. So, you know, with that being said, it's really no man's land, right? We're at resistance right here. We broke it. We're hanging around that level. But if you look to the left, there's nothing else there. There's nothing else here. So we're in uncharted territory to really just strap up and join along for the ride. Everyone's saying 100,000. How do you even know that's a level of resistance if it's never been resistance before, right? Like, it's all it's going to be psychological, right? So 100,000 hits, that's going to be psychological for someone. And then it's really, we're just going to see how this plays out and really be along for the ride, guys. But I definitely wanted to highlight that this has been happening for a while, that the people that have been talking negatively about Bitcoin or have been silent about Bitcoin have been accumulating for a while now. So hopefully you guys got some value out of this video. Keep moving forward in everything that you do. We'll see you soon.